Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I am going to make some pockets today. Darla Phillips had tagged me in a challenge and I totally forgot to look to see what channels the ladies were on that did the challenge, so I will have to link that or put it in my description box. Anyway, you're supposed to make pockets, and I was trying to find some ideas of pockets that I'd never made before, so I was searching on YouTube and Instagram and Pinterest, and so I saw that someone had made pockets using vellum. So that's what I'm going to do today. So I'm going to use some of my coffee dyed cardstock, which I do sell in my shop today, and some music paper and some book paper. So first I will glue these down. I had a couple other ideas I was thinking of doing, and I was like, and I really liked how these looked, so we shall see. Oops. Trying to line this up, but I want the other side, so it's kind of hard to line up on this side what it's going to look like on the other side. But then I was making these and I liked the way the pockets turned out, but then I was going to put like ephemera in them, and that's not something I have a whole lot of, is small pieces of ephemera. So I decided to go on Graphics Fairy, which was probably a big mistake because she has so many cool things. And so I found all kinds of things. So then I went through and I was looking at, it probably took me a couple hours here just to get my ephemera, because of course there were so many beautiful things to look at. Then I had to paste them into a document and shrink them and print them and fussy cut them all out and ink them and all that. So it's taken me a while just to get everything prepared to make the video, but I just love going on the Graphics Fairy. I need to take a couple of days and just go through tons of her stuff and print it. It's so nice of her to give a lot of that stuff out for free. This morning I thought, well, I'm going to get up and make a video, get the lawn mowed. Well, here it is, noon, and I did get the lawn mowed, but I spent the rest of the time looking for ephemera. I think that's the thing that stops me a lot of times from making videos, is I don't have all the stuff I need to completely finish a project to make it look good. And then I don't do anything at all because I'm frustrated because it doesn't look as good as I want it to. Those of you that are in the U.S., happy 4th of July. We went last night to watch this big fireworks show, and storm was kind of moving in. We didn't get the brunt of it. We got the edge, but it was so windy that they had to delay it, and the wind kept blowing. It finally calmed down a little bit, so they shot them off, and oh my goodness, they were shooting them off about as fast as they could. Let's see, how do I want to do this? So I want the straight side on the bottom and the curved side on the top. So I've already inked this one. I will go ahead and glue it down. But that storm that started moving through, it was so cold. Everybody's out in blankets and sweatshirts and jackets watching the fireworks. A friend of mine said maybe next year we need to have hot chocolate for the 4th of July. It was so cold. Tonight, I think, is supposed to be pretty chilly too, so we're going over to my daughter's, and then I'm going to watch fireworks. All her neighbors shoot off fireworks afterwards, so we might be sitting in jackets for that too. Usually July is really hot here, so this is very unusual for us. Of course, last year 4th of July was cold, but we had a storm come through again. Okay, so we'll let that dry. Guess I could ink it. I'm trying to let these dry a little bit so that I'm not doing the corner dealies while the glue is still so wet. There, so we'll let that dry while I get the other two ready. I was going to try and do one with like script paper, but I didn't get that far. Okay, corner rounder. I think I got this one a little high. I don't think I want it that high. I am going to change that one, because my ephemera then would have to be so tall. And I'll have to re-glue the bottom. I'll have to re-glue everything. Glad I saw that before I had gotten, before the glue dried. There we go. I think I mentioned in the, it was the last video or recent one, that my husband had injured himself so he couldn't do the lawn anymore. And my daughter that lives at home, she has been in a lot of pain with her hands, and yesterday found out she has moderate to severe carpal tunnel, and she had a nasty infection a year ago. It could have killed her, and she was had a PICC line for a while, and then yesterday the neurologist said that they think she may have permanent nerve damage in that arm from the PICC line, so she can't really mow. So we have a very big lawn, and we have a ditch that we have to keep mowed all the way up to the highway, and so I'm just doing a bit at a time. By the time I get done with it, it's probably going to be time to start over with the first section again. Okay. I still have my price tag from the garage sale that I got this from. I had made a tear ruler, and I actually liked the one I made better than this one, but somehow it got misplaced someplace else, and I don't know where it's at. The one I made, I used a iron. I had seen a YouTube video. I think several people have made videos on that. I don't know whose idea it was originally. And I used an iron. And I think the reason I like that better is because it angles it down more, because you smash it down, where this has the thickness of the ruler the whole way to the edge. And so sometimes I don't care for how it tore, and I don't like how that tore at all. Let's redo it. So the one that I did with the iron, like I said, it kind of smashes the edge down so it's not as thick on the edge, and I think it tears better. But I had someone, Alexis, I don't know if you're watching, if I remember right, she tried it, and I think she said that her iron wasn't pointy enough, if I have that right. More of a rounded edge, so at point, you might need to make sure if you make one of those, you have a pointy edged iron. Okay, there's that one. I only have 4 minutes left. How can the time go so fast? Oh, it's easier to measure on this than that flimsy piece. Alrighty, ink these fast. Okay, let me see how far up this goes. This time I will glue on my pocket instead of up on the other piece, so I don't have to trim it off and re-glue, hopefully. Here's that one. When was experimenting with these, I used the Yoo-Hoo glue. That did not hold the vellum down. Came right up. And on these, because you want to be able to see through them, you don't want a lot of decoration on them. In fact, the excuse me, the pictures I saw on Pinterest, a couple of them, they didn't even put any decoration on. They just used the images that they had in the pockets to kind of be the decoration. I wasn't going to do the pockets decorated all the same, but I just may have to because of time. Put one on this side. And I want those a little darker, so I'm going to ink them. Found this was easier. Just do it this way. Stick it into the ink. I was trying to do this one time with just this, and it wasn't working too well, especially because this kind of doily comes apart very easily. So something like that, with maybe a button on it. Let me see. Oh, my timer already. So I'll just set those on there. So there, so you can see, aren't those cool? Let me show you really quickly the ones that I had already started to make. Okay, so this one, again, I don't have decoration on it yet, and maybe it doesn't need it, I don't know. It's on a journaling card. I could probably put a lighter color there if I wanted. And I thought that could just clip onto a page. Then I have this one. And all these images came from Graphic Fairy. This here is scrapbook paper, but the rest is. So I've got just some little things there and a tag here that's attached to a pocket. I'm sorry, attached to a page. And then I made it up another pocket by putting a tag back here. And I have another one here that, again, it's not decorated down here, but all these things are from the Graphic Fairy. So, thank you for watching. Sorry, it's kind of a crazy video. I didn't get time to get everything done, but you get the idea. And I just really like that you can see the images through the vellum that you've put in the pockets. So, thanks again for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye.